So, one of the fun things to do when you're looking through predictions of who's going to score what is you look and see what they're saying about a player, and then you look at the point total they're projecting, and you say, no. And I've done that today. Let's take a look. Sebastian Aho, 49 points this past season. They're predicting 46 points for him. I'm going to go ahead and say 60. And I'm just rounding it off to any nearest 5. Dadonov, who's going to come over and play for Florida, played in the KHL last year, no NHL stats. They're predicting 57 points. I'm predicting about 40. I just, it's a KHL, it's a European coming over later on, and that's just my opinion. Nico Hischier, QMJHL, they're predicting 40 points. I think if he plays the full season, he scores closer to 50. I think Nico will score 50. If he makes the Devils and he plays all season, that's where I think he ends up. Nazem Kadri scored 61 points. They say that's too much, and he's going to drop down to 44. I think he'll drop, but I'm predicting 55. I think Kadri's offensive acumen has finally shown up, and I don't think he's going to end up in a secondary role. And here's the thing. The Leafs have had a lot of rookies come up over the last 12 months, right? A couple of those rookies are going to regress. It's going to happen. Nazem Kadri is going to end up stepping into one of those spots for production. Whether it means more time on the power play or it means just more time in general, Nazem Kadri will get his chance because he scored 61 points last year. He's a veteran presence compared to other players right now. He'll get his shot. Nathan McKinnon had 53 points. They're predicting 55. I'm going to go ahead and say 65. McKinnon can't be that bad again. Even if the team around him is just abysmal, McKinnon will score, I think he'll score 65. I think he's overdue. I think it'll happen. And 65, honestly, for the amount of talent that kid has, is probably conservative. Gustav Nyquist, 48 points. They're predicting 40. I'm predicting 50. My guideline here was if I think their prediction is 10 points or more wrong, I put it on the board. Nyquist, for me, yeah, he had a bad season, generally. And he's more remembered for the slash on Spurgeon than anything else. But he can score 50 points, and he should score 50 points. Artemi Panarin, 74 points last year. They're predicting 58. So I'm going to go ahead and say I'm predicting 70, and I really think they're insane. Yes, Panarin played with Patrick Kane. Yes, he fed off Kane, but Kane fed off him. I honestly think it's weird that they're predicting Kane's going to score 93 points this season instead of the 88 he scored last year, while at the same time, he's lost Panarin. I know Brandon Saad's back, but I think Panarin offensively is the better player. Saad may be the better player all around. Panarin's still, in my mind, one of the best offensive players in the NHL, and he's not going to a team that can't score. It's not like you got traded to Vegas. It's not like you went to Vancouver. No. He went to Columbus, a team that's also capable of putting goals on the board. And he will only help them do that. So I predict, yeah, he may scale back, but not by much. Radulov had 54 points last year. They're predicting 66 because he's in Dallas. I look and go, Ken Hitchcock? Yeah, 55. I'm going to call it 55. They're also predicting Jamie Benn's going to have a comeback. I didn't really have a problem with that, but I think offensively, I think Ben gets overrated. I think he's a really good power forward. I think he's got a lot of really strong aspects. He's one of my favorite players in the league, but I think offensively he gets overrated sometimes. Brady Shea, this one just baffled me. So he had 39 points this year. They're predicting 31. They're basically saying Brady Shea's never shown that he can score at any other level until now, so we think he'll scale back. Why? I'm predicting 45 because Brady Shea is now playing on a better blue line. The ice will open up for him a little more than it did for him as a rookie, now that Shattenkirk's in the lineup. Teams are still going to be trying to shut down Shattenkirk and McDonough, leaving Shea with more time. The Rangers should be capable of getting him the puck a little more. Again, teams are going to be watching Shattenkirk, and they're going to be watching McDonough. They're also predicting McDonough's point totals are going to drop a lot, too. So I'm not sure what exactly they're saying here. And finally, Werenski. Werenski scores 47 points. They're like, yep, he's great. He's fantastic. And then they predict 40 points. I'm predicting 50. Marginal improvement for Werenski. I honestly think, from a fantasy standpoint, I think young guys, they seem to want to scale back. And I'm not sure what for. Yes, sophomore slumps happen. Sophomore slumps usually are a signal that a guy overachieved as a rookie, and that sophomore slump is usually more in line with the rest of their career. Or it's a sign that their career is not going to be a very long one. I don't think any of the guys on the board behind me are going to have a short NHL career. I think they're all going to be very, very good. And I think that I think Heischer's going to surprise people. For the record, they predict Patrick's going to score 52. I think that's probably about right. But I think, again, you've got a magazine predicting that Nolan Patrick is going to be a better player offensively than Nico Hischier. And starting this past season, Nolan Patrick was the number one draft pick. He was going to be number one. He's the number one prospect. Hischier just kind of snuck up on people. I think he's going to sneak up on people again. I really think that's going to happen. I looked at their goaltending predictions too. I'm kind of, I don't know. They're predicting that Ben Bishop's going to win 30 games and he's going to have a .915 save percentage. They're also predicting in their annual that Dallas is going to win the division. Dallas does not win the division if Ben Bishop has a .915 save percentage. Dallas is lucky to make the playoffs if Ben Bishop has a .915 save percentage. He has to be .920 or higher. They can't afford to have goaltending that's inconsistent. And if he's .915, he's not winning 30. And if he gets hurt, that could be the ball game for Dallas again. So while I admit Dallas has got better in the offseason, Dallas looks a lot better on paper, I'm not dancing for joy yet. I think they get back in the playoffs, but I don't see them as a first-place team. I know other people do. I know Dallas Stars fans are going to wonder why I'm saying that, because I'm supposed to be a Stars fan, and I am. I just personally think that now people are overreacting the other way. So it's like, oh, now they're winners again. You've added Radulov, which helps, while subtracting Hemsky. Hemsky goes to Montreal, and thanks. You've added Mathot, and you've added Bishop. And there's a lot of reasons to like Dallas, but I think some people are being overrated. I think Radulov had tons of time on the ice in Montreal. Tons of opportunities, and that's why Montreal ultimately wanted him back, but they couldn't agree on a contract with him. So Dallas did the deal, paid a ton of money. I don't see Radulov being a 65 to 70 point player. I can see him being a 55 point player, sure. But that next level, I just don't know that he can get there. And I could be wrong. You can let me know in the comment section below which one you agree or disagree with. And this is the fun time of year where we get to all discuss these things and we get to all be right until the puck gets dropped in October, and then a lot of us end up being wrong. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And if you have, because I already saw in the comment section, so people have this, and this is available on your newsstand if you're in Canada or certain parts of the States. If you have this and you have a major issue with any of their predictions, let us know in the comments below. And then a year from now, or not even a year from now, next April, you could go ahead and bump that comment and say, see, I was right. Now's the time to do it, but don't edit the comment after, because if we see edited, we know you're a liar, and you don't want to be that on the internet, right? Awesome, we agree. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.